Okay, so this is where we stopped in class today. So let's look at calculating the area from 4 to 12. So that's just a, what is that? So that's just our little rectangle, right? So that's the 8 times 9. Oops. Okay, so this is where we ended. So let's find the area in between here. So that's what, 8 times 9, which is what, 72? And what about the area here between 12 and 16? So that's another one. So that's what, 1/2 times what, 4 times, what's that, 9 plus 15? So that's what, 48. Okay, so the area here, so from 0 to 4, so we know that is 20. Okay, so plus 72 plus the 48, which gives you what, 140 calories? Okay. Alright, so after 12 minutes, Kaylee looks at her Fitbit and sees that she has burned 1650 calories so far that day. So write an equation, J of X, that gives Kaylee's total daily calorie burn after being on the elliptical for X minutes. So what is that going to be? So I want to have J of X. So we've got a total so far of 1650. And then, after 12 minutes, and then the bottom, so we'll go 12 all the way up to x of the function f of t with respect to d of t. Okay. What would j of 0 represent in the scenario? So what would it represent here? So what does that mean I'm going to do? So I'm going to plug in a 0 up there for my x. So when I calculate this, so I'm going to go from 12 to 0. So that technically means I'm going to go backwards, right? So I'm going to go backwards. So when I calculate this, so going from 12 to 0 is going to be the same thing as me going from the negative 0 to 12. Okay. So when I calculate this, so from 0 to 12, so 0 to 12, so that's 20 plus 72, so that's 92. So technically, I'm going to say, whoops, 1650 minus a 92, which is what, 1558? So after changing the setting on the elliptical, it is now possible to burn calories at the rate of f of t plus 5 calories per minute. How many calories are burned after being on the elliptical for 16 minutes? And how do we know? Alright, so for 16 minutes, I'm going to go from 0 to 16. And now I'm going to take the function, but I'm going to add 5 to it, right? So I'm going to take the area of the curve f of t with respect to dt, and then I'm going to add it to the 5 dt. So from 0 to 16, so what's that, 140? And then from 0 to 16 of 5, so that's 5 times 16. So that's 220 calories. All right, number 4. It says males burn calories approximately 16% faster than females. Their rate of calorie burn on the same elliptical is given by 1.16 F50. How many calories would a male burn after a 24-minute elliptical workout? So, what's that? So, that's 1.16 after a 24-minute elliptical workout. So, that's going to go from 0 to 24 of FT dt. So, the total, so we need to find out the total from 0 to 24. So, I need to do another, so from 16, so 16 to 20, and then another 20 to 24. So 16 to 20 is what, 1/2? That's just a rectangle, I'm sorry. So it's length times width, so that is what, 60? And then this area is 1/2 times 4 times 15 plus 3. So that's what, 36? So if we add all of those areas together, that is what, 236? 236. So I'm going to say 1.16 times 236. So that's going to be 273.76 calories. Okay, so our integral properties here. So for A is less than B, which is less than C. So an integral from A to C of ft dt can be evaluated at some middle point, so A to B, plus then the lower bound here would be B. It's not A, sorry, it should be C. C of the function. So we can split it up. Alright. So for any integral that is not where your smallest value is at the bottom and your largest is at the top, we can evaluate it by taking the negative and then flipping the integral around. If we are adding and subtracting integrals, so the linearity property again, with this, we can separate this and take it with respect to dt, and then add it to your g. Okay. Another property, so is if we have a constant inside there, k, we can take the constant on the outside and multiply it just by the integral here of the function. And when the bounds are the same, so when the bounds are the same, that is just going to be equal to a 0. Okay. Alright, so I want y'all to try to finish the bottom, and we'll do that on Monday.